It's Week 17 of the 2025 season, and we've got the Seahawks field-stretching tight end. Third in the league in catches this season and ready for more this week. It's the Seahawks and the Rams under the lights on Monday night.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field.
Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks.
Brandon Gaudin here alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup. They think they can run the football in this one, but there's a group on the other sideline that thinks otherwise.
Yeah, it's always intriguing when you pit an offense against a defense.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors.
And off we go from Seattle.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession.
They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 13 carries, 53 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Tua now on 1st down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Tua to throw again. Out route to Hill, complete.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua.
This is caught. Touchdown, Rams.
Isaiah McKenzie. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
On 2nd down, it's Zimmerman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
The Seahawks at 13-2 on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Zimmerman. And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Derrick Henry.
His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete as well. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Holding offense.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Zimmerman. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
So pass interference the call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up first and goal.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock.
Looking to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. 2 yards, good enough for a first. On play action, here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Here's Tua. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, it's Zimmerman. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 77 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Zimmerman.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Zimmerman takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 18. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Henry again.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery.
Takes it to about the 37.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot and couldn't connect.
They attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's in his zone. 2nd quarter already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 3. He finds his man, complete. That's Bates.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Henry running right. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it worked for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. third down they go, Montgomery. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Second and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryant. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the Packers who get the win at home. Aaron Jones, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, Carter, because this team was dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a give right side. It's Zimmerman, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On second down now, it's Zimmerman.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Zimmerman.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
On second down, it's Zimmerman. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Zimmerman.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Zimmerman.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Now back to throw. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Tua going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, Does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bush. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Zimmerman. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. On the move past the 40.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
104 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They'll run on first down. Zimmerman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Zimmerman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Zimmerman. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if
well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Open man is Uzama. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, They've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. On first down, it's Zimmerman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. They faked the handoff. Now Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bates. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Henry. Diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Again, he finds Moore. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Throw left side complete. That's bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah,
not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Tua now on first down. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Tua setting up shop to throw again.
And his throw here is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Tua now on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Seahawks,
they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.